What's going on, everyone? My name is Sherwin, and apparently I've been in America for so long, I forgot that I was a brown monkey. More on that later. In this video, we're gonna do an August update video. I can't believe it's already August, y'all. It's already August. Still have a little bit of asthmatic conditions going on. It's going in and out, but here's what we're gonna go over in the video today. We're gonna go over some comments from the previous video, some corrections that I want to do. I got Grok installed in the Model Y, so we're gonna go and play with it. Some upcoming events I wanted to share with you all, because some of you guys like for me to go over those upcoming events and upcoming videos from past events. So let's get going. So the Tesla Philippines video is doing really good, got a lot of views on it, and what comes with a lot of views is a lot of comments, so I wanted to address some of those comments. Apparently there is some people who thought that the tone of the video was America's the best, Philippines suck, sucks to be you. I don't know where all that came about, but I want to address that and let y'all know that I didn't go there to make fun of anything. I'm just there hitting record and sharing with you all what my experiences are. And obviously there were some things that I shared incorrectly based on some of the comments that were posted on the video, and I want to also address that. So it was not my intention to make it sound like America is better or whatever. That's not the intention. That wasn't the tone I was trying to share or portray. All I was doing was just sharing information as how I interpreted it. So the very first thing I wanted to correct based on the comments that some of you have shared. So thank you for correcting me in the comments. So the 22% interest rate is not an annual interest rate. It is a total percent. So let's say you do a 5-year finance, it's a total of 22%. Or if you were to divide 22 by 5, it's about 4.4% each year, which is actually pretty good considering it's in the Philippines. If you were to compare that here in America, currently July, August 2025, we're floating somewhere around 4.49% up to 7%. So it's actually better interest rate in the Philippines than it is in America. So that's pretty good. So that, I apologize. Again, thank you for the comments who corrected me. It is not my intention to lie or give false information. As I shared with you all, I was only allowed to record inside Tesla as long as I don't include any of the employees or anything like that. So that's why some of the scenes were inside the vehicle. Some of the things I recorded were just the walls with merchandise and stuff like that. But I did speak to employees there, and as we were conversating, I asked about the 22%. I also shared that during that time period, there was a promotion with Model Ys at 1.99% in America. And I also shared that I was in Japan. If you haven't checked out that video, check it out, because I visited Tesla in Japan, in Osaka, and shared that their interest rate was 2.1%. So I was not corrected at that time that 22% is not an annual interest rate. So I assumed that that is how it's calculated. Kind of a weird way to calculate it, if you ask me, just my opinion, because I'm accustomed to seeing interest rates broken down annually. So apologies once again. It is not 22% annually, it is 22% total of whatever the financing is. So the comment about flooding the street will soon start to flood the streets here. So it's going to be very interesting and very cool. What I mean by it's like a figure of speech. And I'm not backtracking or backpedaling or anything like that. What I mean about it flooding the streets. Here's my take on it. Again, my opinion. Feel free to disagree. Some of you do disagree, and that's quite all right. So I looked up BGC, Bonifacio Global City in Taguig, and BGC is known as a hub for wealthy individuals. Cost of living for one bedroom condominium is 40 to 50,000 pesos per month. Taguig is among the wealthiest city in the Philippines. With that said, it's a good chance it will become popular. Tesla will become popular in BGC. That area, I've seen so many Land Rover Defenders. I've seen so many G-Wagons. I see more of those there than I see when I'm back home here in America. So with that, just based on that, I would assume that, yeah, eventually it'll flood the streets. If Tesla succeeds in the Philippines, great. If Tesla doesn't succeed in the Philippines, great. It doesn't affect me either way. I'm not trying to push a propaganda. I'm just sharing with you my experience. So I don't know if you guys are misunderstanding me or I'm misrepresenting what I'm saying, or maybe it's just that's the first video you've watched that I've created. But if you have been watching my videos, that is not what I'm doing here. I'm not trying to influence you all into buying an EV. I'm not here to say that Tesla is the best, Rivian is the best. As far as I know from my experience, it works out great for us. It may not work great for you. I'm just sharing my experience. So welcome to my channel. So let's do a little bit of fun with numbers. Let's say that it costs 50 pesos per liter for gasoline. It costs 19 pesos per kilowatt hour to charge a Model Y at the Tesla supercharger in Manila. A Model Y has a battery size of, let's just say, 78 kilowatt hours. It can do about 330 miles on a full charge, or maybe 531 kilometers. Again, I'm just throwing out some numbers just to calculate something to give you an idea. Now, if you were to travel 531 kilometers with those costs and numbers and all that, it would cost to drive 531 kilometers, it would cost 2,082 pesos of gas. Okay, and this is considering it's a 30 mile per gallon vehicle or 12.75 kilometers per liter. Like that's how efficient the car runs comparatively. 1,482 pesos. So that's about 3 pesos and 92 centavos per kilometer with gas, or 2 pesos and 79 centavos per kilometer with electricity. It isn't that much of a difference when you look at it that way. Now, if you compare it to California pricing, now I'm going to switch to miles because I'm not really familiar with the kilometer stuff. You could do it yourself. But let's just say in California, $4.49 per gallon, and that's a really low-end price. We're over $5 per gallon over here. $4.49 per gallon. You do the same amount of trip, same distance, the total trip would cost $49.39 or 15 cents per mile. That is gasoline, again, 30 miles per gallon, versus 44 cents per kilowatt hour of electricity cost. Some of you are gonna say that's a lot. Again, this is California numbers, and 44 cents is pretty conservative. It's actually sometimes more expensive, but let's just do 44 cents per kilowatt hour. That same trip would cost $34.32 or 10 cents per mile. I'm just giving you numbers. So, am I here to do these videos and say, go buy an electric car, it's gonna save you a ton of money, blah, blah? No, I'm here to let you know that these are some numbers we're playing with. These are the experiences I get with an electric vehicle. If you want to go buy one, go use my referral code. If not, let me know what you drive. And you can see in the comments, I'm equally as excited. I don't care what you drive. I don't care if it's an EV. I'm going to celebrate it as much as you. If you love your Toyota Tacoma, your G-Wagon, whatever. I love cars. I love all sorts of cars. I do not care. I'm not here to tell you what to buy, to recommend what to. I'm just here to share information. And if it just so happens that it helps you decide on whether or not an EV is for you, good. If it doesn't, good. See what I'm saying? Okay, so enough about that. Next comment, good luck with floods, right? So I find this funny because it doesn't matter what kind of car you have. If it's submerged underwater, if it's a gas car, kiss it goodbye. It's like it's a water salvage title. It's gonna break. Now, at the same time, there are plenty of videos online that you see Model 3 and Model Ys drive through floods. No problem. The battery is sealed. There's even a video of a Cybertruck in the Philippines driving through flood with a truck behind it where the exhaust is right next to the windshield. There is an issue with floods when it's like salt water, seawater, and all that. And you saw that at the Florida, when Florida had hurricanes and stuff, and ocean water came in, and there were EVs catching fire and stuff because of the salt water. Yeah, good luck with that. But here's the thing, if you're gonna spend all that money, I mean, and you live in the Philippines, you are aware of the weather conditions. Floods aren't anything new, so I'm pretty sure you've planned that out, whether you buy an EV or a gas car, right? And there was a comment about me mocking the interest rate. Look, I apologize if you guys misinterpreted the tone of that video. It is not meant to be that. Now, back to the monkey statement. Someone had commented about, I've been here for so long and I forgot. So that's why I'm wearing this shirt. I got that there to be reminded that I'm a brown monkey or whatever. That's hilarious, bro. Man, it's obvious that you haven't watched my other videos, and as much as possible, I represent. My cars have the 3 stars in the sun stickers on them. I represent all the time as much as I can. I even did a podcast. If you go check it out, I've done a podcast. As much as possible, I share my culture with everyone. I'm proud of my culture. Sure, I got a blue passport now. It ain't a brown passport anymore, but don't assume that I forgot where I came from. Don't do that. I was gonna let it slide, but do you want me to do my videos in Tagalog? Then now I'm gonna have majority of my viewers scratching their head like, what is he saying? Gusto mo ba ako mag-Tagalog? Yung bang gusto mo marinig? Oh, tinan mo yung salita ko. Hindi ko nakalimutan na unggoy ako. All right, so anyway, another comment was on the Big Bear video about AstroAI. So AstroAI has sent out some products for me to check out. Now, it was noted that they did have a big recall on their mini fridges, 250,000 of them. So I appreciated that comment. And fortunately, the products that I will be sharing with you all and checking out is not part of that recall. Right now, we're looking at the larger fridge, the electric fridge, and we are also looking at air compressor. So that video is still in the works. Haven't figured out when I can make it, but I have been showing a little bit of it, just like in that Big Bear video, I did use it. So, but I have an idea on what I want to test stuff with. And so it's just a matter of recording, editing, and then sharing with you all. So the Model Y HVAC controls were missing. I think what it is I must have gotten confused where the locations of like the camp mode and all that controls between Cybertruck and Model Y interface. I think that's what happened, because in the Cybertruck, it's on the right hand side. All right, so this is the Model Y interface, and as you can see that I didn't see it, it's up here, off, keep, dog, and camp mode. It's right up there. In the Cybertruck, I think it's here, and I was focused on looking for it right here and may have just missed this entire row right here. I guess it's up here too. Man, I'm tripping. I know it was here before. Oh my God, maybe it was an update where they moved it. I don't know, y'all. I'm bugging, so I apologize for that oversight. I can't remember everything, man. I'm so forgetful. So I appreciate those comments, just telling me what's up. Like, hey man, it's over there, it's over here. So apologies, made a mistake. Okay, so the HOV stickers are expiring. Again, thank you for the comments. The comments are very invaluable. They're very helpful. And I checked it out. There is a part of the FAQ says September 30th is when it is expiring. Now, I looked further into it and I searched, and it said that California had passed an extension. Now, the problem with that is it's contingent on federal authorization. Well, the president signed that big, beautiful bill or whatever, and they are canceling or expiring the $7,500 tax credit. With that, it looks like these stickers are going to be expired at the same time, September 30th. So I'm contemplating on just spending the $27, even though it's only going to be a month, maybe less by the time I get it, just to get it, because just in case California somehow figures out a way to convince the federal government to allow extension just for California, at least for the stickers, at least I'm not out of a sticker. Because what if they extend it, but then they no longer allow for new applications? So I'm thinking $27 isn't too bad of a gamble, whether or not I can use it beyond September 30. Now, the other thing too is whether or not CHP is going to enforce the law. I don't know. I don't know if I'm willing to test that, because it's like a $400 fine or a ticket. I don't know if I want to test that, but we'll see. I mean, that time is coming. So the names for the Cybertruck, Sherwin M tank. Yeah, I don't know if I could convince Abby to name it Sherwin M tank, because that's the Cybertruck is Abby's. It's not my truck. So I don't know if I could convince, but I was letting you know that maybe I can create a PowerPoint or something. And then you also suggested that Stormtrooper to name the R1S. I want something a little bit more unique than just Stormtrooper, like maybe Bob the Stormtrooper, or I don't know. I haven't thought about it yet, but thank you for the suggestion. Another suggestion for the Cybertruck name is Skylab, and at first I thought Skylab was like in that one movie or a cartoon, but apparently there's a video on YouTube of a Skylab. I think it's in the Philippines, where it's like a motorcycle with like built out, spec'd out to carry like five to 8 people. That's awesome. So let me think about it. I will also share with Abby your suggestion. So thank you very much for that. So again, just a reminder, I am not an influencer. Please don't consider me an influencer. I consider myself a content creator. I create content. This channel is basically about hitting that record button and just documenting my experiences with the electric vehicles, with other cars, with road trips. I'm just having fun here. I'm having fun on YouTube. If it starts to feel like work, then I'm doing something wrong. So YouTube is just something I do for fun, to release some stress, to vent out frustration, to provide a place for some of you to also vent out frustrations in the comments, because some of you have been doing that, and that's great. I appreciate that. Let's talk it out, all that stuff. So yeah, we're just here to have fun. I'm here to have fun, and hopefully y'all are having fun. Nothing serious, man. Come on, y'all. Just relax. Take a chill pill, dude. Okay, so upcoming events. Bates Nut Farm, August 23rd. Looks like there might be a Socal Teslaruns meetup on the way there, but mainly on the Los Angeles area and south of Los Angeles through Orange County, that part of Orange County. There might also be a Cyber Odyssey caravan for IE people. Just follow those two accounts and see what they're planning. But Those two groups are going to be attending. Socal EVs is going to be attending. I think it's going to be a pretty large event. Hopefully it is. So if you have time, come out, hang out, and hopefully I can make it. There's always last minute things happening, but I have it on my calendar. So that's that. I was just sent this information. Cyber Odyssey's next area that they're going to go to is Trona Pinnacles, September 6th and 7th. This is not the first time they're going, I think, and they're going there again. So make sure you follow OG Cyber on Instagram. Zero emissions run to Las Vegas. They're starting to talk about it. There might be some dates in October. I will let you know when things are finalized, but they're just talking about it. There's nothing official, but it is coming up. If you haven't checked out previous zero emission run videos, we go to Vegas, we go drive along Pacific Coast Highway, just many different things that the zero emissions run events like we do. All right, so these are events that I found at the Rivian Club. So if you are not registered on Halo, do register if you want to be part of the Rivian Club. It's free to join and there are paid membership options. It is not a requirement that you pay, but there are certain events that's exclusive to paying members. But I just wanted to share with you all the events that were shared through the Halo app that I'm sharing with you all, but do consider joining on the Halo app. But the first one is with Orange County Rivian Club. There is a 4X The Fun with Quad. It's in the South Coast Theater in Laguna Beach, August 6th. Rivian LA is having a camping trip in Big Bear. Looks like August 8th through the 10th. San Gabriel Valley has a meet and greet. August 10th also. I usually go there. We're usually at a brewing company, a brewery. So go check that out. I have videos also on the channel of previous meet and greet events. That's where I found out about the Rivian detailing service, and they also came out and did some detailing on the spot. The Rivian Club San Diego is connecting with the Ford Mach-E Club. They are going to do a BlueCruise Summer from San Diego to San Francisco to drive up there for Electrify Expo. Looks like August 21st to the 24th. There is a Mount Wilson Scenic Drive hosted by San Gabriel Valley Rivian Club, August 23rd. There is a Giant Rock Cleanup in Landers, also hosted by San Gabriel Valley Rivian Club, September 27th. SEMA is coming up. I was there last year. I have a bunch of videos. Go check them out if you haven't, but I'm going to start looking into going again this year through media as a media pass. I try to go as media there. So a lot of events happening. So just check out the video description and all that. Upcoming videos. Socal Teslaruns to Lake Arrowhead. That was a lot of fun. And unfortunately it got cut short. Because again, in July, those days were just double booked. There was multiple events happening that day, and I try to just go as long as I can and then hop on and go to another event. Just so many things happening. So do stay tuned for that video. Shout out to Andrew doing good things with Socal Teslaruns. Is always fun going to different places. So that same day, the reason why I had to cut that trip short is because Abby and I and some friends met up in Dana Point for a beach trip. I took the Cybertruck there. So that video is in the process of being edited, but only in California, where you could be in the mountains one day and then the same day go to the beach. Pretty cool. Super 73 event. And also I ended up stopping by at a Just Vibes event. San Juan Capistrano and San Clemente, they're neighboring cities, so I ended up going to those two. So check out for that video. Wait, and man, just be patient with me. And that same day, we went to Las Vegas. And that is the first road trip with the Rivian R1S. I took some notes as I'm charging. I've been sharing a lot of charging videos with the R1S because I'm very surprised at the performance of the Gen 2. So yeah, again, I'm just sharing my experience with you all. Now, I did charge with the Cybertruck last night after basketball. I guess it isn't that bad, the Gen 2 charging, because I was at, I think like 48% state of charge, and it was charging about 150 kilowatt. Now, something similar on the Gen 2 R1S, it's probably not 150, but like 130 something, I think. It just fluctuates. So it isn't as bad if we were to compare what the Cybertruck does versus the Gen 2 R1S. Now, it just feels worse because my Gen 1 R1T just did so much better. So that's probably why I'm a bit surprised by it. But I guess if you were to compare with the Cybertruck, it's on par, but I think the Cybertruck will charge a little bit better. So stay tuned for that video. There is a behind the scenes Electrify Expo. I recorded some content, just going behind the scenes, going there, leaving the Cybertruck behind, and then picking it up, trying to catch a ride. So stay tuned for that. That actually is already out for YouTube memberships. People who are paying the memberships, so they've had access to that. But I will be releasing that shortly for everybody else. I'm also working on more content for YouTube members. It's just deleted videos and things I had recorded, but then I changed my mind. Like, nah, I don't want to do this video. Or they're like unfinished videos. I don't know, but there's a good number of them that I still have to go through, but that'll only be available through YouTube memberships. John has reached 100,000 miles on his Model Y. We did an EV confessions with him. If you haven't checked out that video, do check it out. But yeah, he reached 100,000 miles in his Model Y. He's been sending me some screenshots of efficiency and things. So I'm putting that together, and we're trying to schedule a video just to talk about how it's been, because that's a pretty good milestone right there, 100,000 miles. My Model Y is only at 50,000 or about to be 50,000. So let me know what kind of questions you want me to ask him so that I can ask him when we do that video. So that video is also coming up. I don't know when. Closer look at the R1S video, still on my list. Oh my goodness, so many things to do. Just wanted to share some stats that happened in July. This channel is growing. So last month in July, 238 new subscribers. Welcome, you guys and gals. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button. The top 3 videos in July was the Tesla Philippines, the off-road video with the EVs, and the lease breakdown of the R1S. Pretty much how I got $18,000 discount on the lease of the R1S. I break it down for you. So if you haven't seen none of those videos or any of those videos, please go check them out. Let me know what you think. I surpassed 1.4 million views. Pretty cool. Thank you all for watching. Reached 2,500 plus subscribers. Man, very cool. Very thankful, very appreciative. So shout out to everybody out there. Only 10% of the viewers are subscribed. So if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. So why is a subscriber count important? I mainly use that to reach out to brands so that I can get access to some of their products, so that I can share that with you all, like give you a review, give you my experience on it, give you my honest opinion on it. But that's only part of it, because when I do talk to these brands, I have to let them know, like, you gotta let me be truthful about the product. I just don't wanna say the good stuff and not the bad stuff that I found. So if you noticed in the review videos that I do, the sponsors content and stuff, I tell you everything. I tell you everything. So thank you to the brands who have partnered up with the channel. But that's why I always try to push for you all to subscribe, because that's one of the reasons why. And the other reason is it helps me get into these events like SEMA, like Electrify Expo, like CES. It's just a way for me to tell them, like, hey, I'm a growing channel. I want to come in as media, and I want to record what's happening in that event so that I could share it with the people who watch on my channel. So that's why I try to always say, hey, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. because that's what I use to convince brands and event coordinators like, hey, can you help me? Can you hook me up? So that's why. But yeah, as I mentioned, there is a YouTube membership if you want to support this channel above and beyond what you're already doing. We do have a $2.99 monthly contribution or higher. It's really up to you if you want to do it. It is not required, but I have that option there if you all want to do that. But basically, it gives you access early to videos and also access to videos that I'm like, I don't want to really release that to everybody. Like exclusive content, some behind the scenes stuff, just more content. If you guys are interested, it's there for you to subscribe to or become a member of. Is that the correct word? I don't know. Anyway, I did mention about an idea of having merch. As you can see, I have a lot of videos I still have to edit, so it's really very busy on top of everything else. But I'm looking into it. Worst case, I'll be the one wearing it because I like to wear different shirts. So, but yeah. All right, we are going to be checking out the Grok update in the Model Y. This is an AMD processor with hardware 3. I don't think it matters whether you have hardware 3 or not. Well, you're going to have to at least have hardware 3 if you have an AMD processor. But to access it, you hit the 3 bar or 3 dots and Grok will appear right here. Can you see that? And now we're going to talk to Grok. What's going on, dude?
Hey there. Not much. Just hanging out, ready to help. What's going on with you? Want to talk about something specific or just vibe?
Not really, because right now I'm recording a video for my YouTube channel, just showing off Grok in my Model Y. What's up?
Cool. Sounds like you're having fun with that. I'm just here, ready to chat or answer stuff for your video. Want to show off something specific about me or just keep it chill? What's the vibe of your channel?
Yeah, you know what? Tell me a joke.
Why don't skeletons fight each other? Because they don't have the guts. Want another one or something else?
Oh, come on, man. That is so corny. Don't you think that's corny?
Yeah, maybe a little. How about this? Why don't eggs tell jokes? They'd crack up. What jokes?
Okay, that's enough jokes. That's enough jokes. What else can we talk about?
Fair enough. No more jokes. How about we talk about some cool tech updates for your YouTube viewers?
Ooh.
Or maybe a fun fact about something you're into.
Okay, let's start with a fun fact.
Did you know octopuses have 3 hearts and can change color to blend into their surroundings?
Oh yeah, I already knew that. Let's do something else. Do you know Sherwin M's YouTube channel?
Yep, Sherwin M's channel is all about owning Teslas, like the Model 3, Y, and X, sharing costs, pros, cons, and EV life tips. Pretty cool if you're into electric cars. Want me to dive deeper or switch to another topic for your video?
Yeah, let's dive deeper. Does he tell people that EVs are the best ever and they're better than gas?
Sherwin M often highlights why he thinks electric vehicles, like Teslas, are great, focusing on their low running costs, performance, and tech features. But he's pretty balanced. He also talks about real-world ownership, like charging challenges or maintenance, without flat out saying EVs are always better than gas cars. Want me to look for specific videos where he compares them, or move to something else?
That's interesting that you're able to detect that, but yet people in my comments think I'm saying that EVs are the best and if you don't have one, you suck.
It can be tough when folks misread intentions like that. Sherwin M actually aims for balance too, showing EV perks without dunking on gas cars. Maybe clarify in your next video that you're just sharing your EV love, not throwing shade? Want ideas on how to address those comments or something else for your channel?
No, that's quite all right. I think we're done. I'll talk to you later. Thank you, Grok.
No problem. Glad I could help. Catch you later, and good luck with your video. Thanks for the chat.
So, you mean to tell me that AI can figure that out, but okay. I don't know. I don't know what to tell y'all, but yeah, I love cars. Yeah, I love cars. So that's pretty amazing. If you get this update, play around with it, but be careful when you're driving to not get too much caught up into it and forget you're driving. But it's a lot of fun. There's different settings and options on there too. But yeah, I just wanted to share with you all what Grok does. That part of the video I didn't practice or anything. As I was talking to it, that was it. But yeah, so hope you like it. But that's pretty much about it on this video. So thank you for all the comments. This is just a channel update. Let me know which event you guys are planning on going. Hopefully we see each other there. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And I'm a brown monkey that will catch you on the next one.